Good afternoon, kings and queens, gentlemen and ladies. This is Refined Rose back with another video. Y'all, don't let our significant others, the situationships that we're in, the toxic relationships that we're in, steal the best part of our years. Why do we stay so long and let those people steal the best part of our years? I don't care if it's 1 year, I don't care if it's 10 years or 20 years. As long as we're living, we still have life in us. We don't have to sit up there and tolerate that and think if we leave, we're going to be lonely. Yeah, some of us, if we leave, we will be lonely, but we can find stuff to do. We can learn to be on our own. We don't have to stay with a person that's going to torture us and make us feel bad about ourselves just because we had kids with them, just because we want the kids to have a mother or father there in the household. That's toxicity for that child. They feel things. Children know when their mother and their father is not right. And why do we have to stay married to them just because it says to death do us part? But we're miserable and we're uncomfortable there, and it's taking a toll on our mental health. We're wasting our years there. We're wasting our time there. We should be enjoying what little life we have left to enjoy here in this realm, because life is fleeting, life is precious. Why are we wasting it sitting there? It doesn't make any sense. Just because our friends are married, or just because our friends are coupled up with somebody, just because we have somebody to go to sleep with at night, a warm body there, but we're not happy. What's the use to having that warm body there and we're miserable? What's the use to having somebody to go out to eat with us and we don't even like them? We don't even want to be around them. We don't like their character. Yeah, we may have some love for them because we've been with them for a period of time, or because we have a soul tie with him, because we had sex with them and we have a soul tie. But that's not probably who God wants us around. That's why we're miserable. But we choose to stay because the world has shown us that we're supposed to have somebody. We're not supposed to be alone. There's something wrong with us if we are alone. I've been noticing that. People think it's something wrong with me because I go out to eat by myself. I do everything by myself. I don't mind going to get a manicure and pedicure by myself. Me and my sixth husband, we used to go all the time, but guess who was paying for it all the time? Me. He never came out of his pocket for anything. And the credit cards that he did have was in other people's names, was in his son's name, was in his daughter's name, was in his parents' name. He had a safe that he claimed was full of money, but when he opened the safe, it was full of other people's credit cards in their name because he had their socials that they probably wasn't even aware that it was credit cards out in their name in that safe. So how can we have fun together if I'm doing all the spending all my money, my veteran benefits and my social security benefits to take trips and do everything? I can do that by myself. If I'm spending the money and I don't have to worry about somebody calling me out of my name, calling me a female dog, a bitch, or calling me a prostitute, a whore, because they don't know how to self-soothe. That's wasting my life away. I can be by myself and be content or be happy, and then be with somebody that's going to make me feel miserable. And I know I don't want to be with them. And I'm just wasting my precious time. Y'all, we don't have to stay because our friends have somebody else to be with and do stuff with. Or we don't have to stay because our friends are married and we think we should be married because of our age. We just stay too long. We have to ask ourselves, why are we staying? Is it because we're trying to keep up with the Joneses and make it look good on the outside? Because we have property like me, because I had property and I had builders on my property and we had vehicles on that property just to make it look good on the outside for the Joneses. That just don't make any sense to me. But I'm miserable and living in that house in my torture chamber. That house on that property in Terrell, Texas was my torture chamber, y'all. And I prayed to get out of it. I didn't stay there long with him. I wasn't married to him long, just a little bit over a year. But I wasted a year that I cannot get back. Look at my video. It says, look, don't let your abuser move you out in the middle of nowhere or move you to a place like this, it starts with, look, I got out as soon as I could because that wasn't my first abusive relationship. Once I recognized the signs, I got out of there. So all I'm saying, y'all, is why do we stay? Why do we stay longer than we should have? Are we trying to keep up with the Joneses, or are we nervous about being alone, being by ourselves, or saying we by ourselves because people are going to think something is wrong with us? This is just my thought for my walk with Pun. This is all I have for now. Refine Rose out. Bye for now.